It seems like there are new cameras and equipment coming out all of the time. It gets increasingly confusing and the FOMO is real. John and I have been preaching for years that the best way to try out new gear is to rent before you buy. There is only one place that we recommend when it comes to renting, and that is our friends over at Lens Rentals. Lens Rentals is the premier source for renting not only camera equipment, but lenses, drones, projectors, and more. Do you have a big project coming up and you really need to wow your couple? Wanting to test out the newest camera before you drop thousands on it? You need Lens Rentals. My favorite thing is that if I love something I rent, I can keep it. They apply a portion of the rental fee to the purchase price, and within a few simple clicks, the gear is mine. So head over to howtofilmweddings.com/lensrentals and use promo code HTFW15 at checkout for 15% off of your order. Lens Rentals, the only place we recommend renting. Hello and welcome to the How to Film Weddings podcast. I'm Nick Miller. My voice is a little sore, not really sore, hoarse. That's the right word I'm looking for because, John, this last week we had our Mastermind retreat and I partied hard. And by that, I mean yelled a lot. And so my voice kind of went out. Hard. Yes, it was such a great time. But before we get into all of that and talk about that, John, how are you doing today?
I was afraid you were going to ask that, my friend. No, dude, it's Friday. You know, the day after we got back from the retreat. So we're going to talk about everything we did with the retreat, but we gave it our all. You know, we didn't leave anything on the field, as my coach used to say. Don't leave anything on the field. By the time we got to the end of the game, by the end of the retreat, I had nothing left to give. It was incredible. But I'm here today. I've been reflecting on it, what we just went through. But I'm still quite exhausted. And we actually wanted to record this right after this so we could just give an honest review of our first year of Mastermind, what it did for us, what it meant to us.
Yeah.
We're just going to go through a little bit of that. But you asked me how I'm doing, and I honestly don't think I could be doing any better. I'm on my second cup of coffee. It's 1 p.m. I'm still drinking coffee, trying to wake up for the day. Because, Nick, like you said, we partied hard. How are you?
I am good. I actually, today I woke up and got my kids off to school, and then I went back to sleep for 2 more hours. Because it was a long, exhausting week, but it's one of those weeks where you have it and you're like, I'm so tired, I'm so exhausted, I just want to go lay down for a while, but I am so fulfilled. I just feel good. My cup overfloweth, as we would say in church, or whatever. So it was a really incredible week, and I'm grateful that we're recording this today on Friday instead of on Wednesday, because Wednesday I probably would have had to talk this the whole time.
Let's talk about this for a second. We don't have as scripted of notes as we usually do, because we really wanted to just kind of rehash what just happened. But Nick Miller, there were times where people came up to me at different events and just said, hey, you might want to go check on Nick. He might be partying a little too hard. And I was like, oh boy, okay. He wasn't partying too hard. He was being safe, but we had the times of our life. It really, to me, in a double meaning, was a mountaintop moment for us. We were
even
on
though
top
we
of a
tried
mountain.
to climb a mountain and we didn't get all the way up.
We made midway. We got 2/3 of the way up a mountain. And but I just sit there the whole week, and tears were shed a lot by me, especially. Kept thinking about my dad and how proud he would be of us and of me, and I just kept looking around and just seeing 50 people just connecting and having the time of their life, no matter where we were, and just these relationships, and just I kept thinking, man, I really am happy that Nick and I decided to act on this How to Film Weddings idea. I'm so happy that I met Nick. I'm so happy that I felt that that nudge to just do this and find you along the way and partner up with you. And but it was just a mountaintop moment all week. I was just blown away and so fulfilled with that.
Yes, for sure. Whenever we the question that we got kind of over and over again is what do you guys think of this? Like, what are you most looking forward to? Like, what when we were specifically at the retreat, and as we think back on the last year of Mastermind, John had this idea and I was on board, but he kind of had to nudge me and push me a little bit, not because I thought it was a bad idea, but just because we were like, how do we market this thing? Like something like this in our industry hasn't been done before. Like what do we do? How do we do it? And, a year ago, my expectation, we had 45 students, right? And John and I said, okay, I think that we'll feel really excited if like 11 people sign up. Like that was our goal, was 11. And we 4x'd it. And we were super blown away by that. But whatever our expectations were, whatever our bars were, like they were probably 100 points lower than they should have been. Like it totally everything blew it out of the water. How people responded to each other, the things that so many of our students accomplished in their business, the relationship that were built. I'm going to say that there are lifelong friendships were made from people through Mastermind, that there's 100%. No way this would have happened without it. And John and I kept on talking. Like there was one time on the Tuesday of the retreat, we were at this venue called the Paseo. It's this really pretty place, and there's this big mountain, like solitary mountain back in the background. And John, there's this couch from the styled shoot, and he turns it around so it faces the mountain. He goes, "Nick, we need to sit here. We just need to soak this in and kind of just look at the mountain and look around at everyone, because like the pride, joy, I don't really know the words, everything that I'm feeling because of this thing. And I know that these people's lives are drastically changed, and we were able to help them get there. And I overjoyed, excited. This is my feeling right now.
I get emotional. I'm like choking up right now just thinking about that moment specifically. I got the goosebumps when you said it, because we did this shoot at that venue, and it's right there at the foothills of this most beautiful EPIC mountain range that you would just, it looked like an Apple screensaver is what it looked like.
It did. It really did.
And we're almost done with the night. The sun is setting. There's just 50 or so people out in this field with cactus, and we're in the desert, but it's like this really nice wedding venue. So there's just people taking headshots and working with models, and like somehow Nick was up on this patio and I was there, and we'd been running around like crazy. Here's this couch, here's this mountain, here's this sunset. And I'm like, we need to soak this one in. We deserve this one. So I just turned that couch around, and we sit there for maybe 5 minutes, and we put our phones down, and we just looked at the mountain, and I could hear people laughing and having a good time over this way to my right. The mountain was right in front of me, and like the wind was perfect. The weather was perfect. It was just this, like, I could see every second of How to Film Weddings just flash before my eyes, just like recording the first podcast, the first YouTube, all the hours of work that we've put into this, and the thousands and thousands of decisions we've had to make, and the text message. And it was just like, let's soak this in. And like, what a cool moment that was. And like, it's worth it. This hard work is worth it.
I think it was one of those moments. I turned to John earlier in the day when he's like, let's soak this in. And so I turned to him and I did the little like fake camera snap that Jim does to Pam on their wedding day in that Office episode, just like, hey, let's soak this in. Yeah. And one thing I think that a lot of people would say is that just the retreat experience alone might have been worth the cost of admission. Like for just what we did, the fun that we had, the things that we learned, the relationships that were built, and we're right on the heels of that. But I think Mastermind was so much more than that, right? This past week, I'm sure if you've been following our Instagram or following any of us, you have seen photo after photo and post and all this kind of stuff, and you're like, man, this one event was awesome. This one event was incredible, and it was. But we had 11 and a half months of time together. Were Zooms where we would help people with their issues in business and their problems, and we would help break down films, and we would encourage people to grow their businesses and stuff. And so it was so much more than the 4 days that we spent together. And I really want to reiterate that it was such a big deal, and it's really hard to put into words what Mastermind was for a lot of our students and for us as well.
And it was really cool. Like, so I've been to workshops and retreats, and I love being in person with people. But there's always like this awkward first day or two, and by the end you're like, man, I wish we would have known each other this way at the beginning. That's kind of what this like the first day people were hugging and finally getting to meet in person, and we spent a year together. And so like we were able to go really deep in those 4 days and like really get to some heart issues and really think. But I was thinking about, Nick, the last night that we were out around the fire, out in the back of, we sat around with about 15 other people, and just I was sitting there and we had some chill music on, the fires, kind of in this real cool fire pit. We're all just sitting around. I was wearing a poncho, so was Nick. It was awesome. And people started talking about the year, and it's like, why did you join? Or like, what was the most valuable thing to you? And different answers were coming out, but like a lot of people were just saying how invaluable, especially the people that had been doing it for a while, how invaluable community is, and just being able to go through things with people and to walk through things. Some of the people sitting there are expecting a baby, and some had a baby this year, and some, her husband has been across and overseas for 6 months, and they just dealing with life, and it's like there's never a good time to be like, all my ducks are in a row, all my crap is in order, I'm going to do this now. It really, even if we wouldn't have been teaching every single week, just the people making it a financial investment and a time investment into their business over time with other people. If all we did was opened up a room and just said, okay, you guys talk this week about your business, we'll see you in an hour, it still would have been worth it. But we're going through and like line by line in businesses and branding and marketing and social media through the whole year. And I don't know, like when we first started this, Nick, it was like, yeah, if we get 11 people, this will be worth it. And when we first got going with the 45, I remember being nervous the first night. Like, I hope that this is helpful for people. I hope this isn't like a huge swing and a miss. I hope that the value is there. And every single person that I talked to, I said, value, is it worth it? Was it worth it for the year? Was it worth it for the investment? And one of the big things we talked about at the beginning is nothing worth doing is worth doing if you aren't going through the pain of growth, the pain of growing. And every single one of these people were forced in a healthy way to grow their business, to grow as a person, to grow with each other. And I get goosebumps again. It's just like, I don't know how to explain how important it is for you, but more so, like, I got to watch and hear from people like Stephanie and Charles Axtell saying, you guys changed my life. Our life has changed. Like, we're forever different. We're making more. We're happier. And just again and again and again, story after story of people just saying, this was life-changing. This was worth every single penny. And anyway, that's all. That's all I want to say. I'm sure you have something you want to say.
Yeah, we're just so incredibly thankful for this first mastermind class and for this opportunity that we had. It was so incredible for all of you that have been a part of this for the last year, to get to know you, to talk to you, to see you. We are excited to see you grow and see you continue. And John and I are firm believers that the next wave of educators, the next wave of leaders in the wedding video space we're going to be some of those people that were in that mastermind with us. And, our big thing is we want to give and elevate the wedding video industry. And part of that thing that we know is going to happen is we are going to elevate the industry, and then we are going to elevate others, maybe even higher, to give them the platform. And we are so excited to be a part of that story and have impact on so many people's lives, both financially, in their business, in confidence, in everything. We're just so grateful that we are a part of that. And Mastermind has been an incredible opportunity. And John, I'm going to switch gears here just a skosh and say this past year has been incredible. But in 2 days, as we drop this episode, applications are open for people to apply for Mastermind in the year 2022. John, do you have anything you want to add about?
I think this is the episode of John getting goosebumps. As soon as you said it again, I'm just like, because this, like last year we were selling an idea, right? And I've said this, you've heard me say this a few times. It's like this time last year we did not know what we were expecting. We didn't know what to. Clue. We had an idea, we knew a structure, but until you get like in it, it's like way more about a cat if you grab it by the tail. And that's what we did. We grabbed this cat by the tail, and we know a lot more this year, and like we just have such a solid plan to help you if you're considering joining Mastermind 2022. And yeah, Nick, in 2 days, we're opening up for applications. We already have a ton of people on the wait list. If you're not on the wait list, is it too late for them to get on it?
No, it is not. You need to get on that wait list. Okay. It is not too late. We want you to get on that wait list today. And as we record this, a day before, have we announced that? Do people know that? Like, have we shared that?
Do people know what?
Do people know that you want to be on the wait list so that you can get early bird access to an application? Have we shared that?
I don't know. But if you apply by today, we're going to send an early bird application.
If you get on the wait list.
Yeah. I'm sorry. If you get on the
wait list today.
Give me some more coffee. I'll be right back.
Guys, this is raw and real. Like, we don't even know what we're talking about a little bit.
We know what we're talking about. We just have used all of our words, as my wife says to our kids.
If you get on the wait list today, as this episode drops, tomorrow you will get an email and you will have access to an early bird application.
Yeah, you will
get it before the public gets it. So you need to get on that wait list. And the first few people that actually sign up for Mastermind will get an early bird discount. So
we made it easy. We made it good.
We made it easy for you.
Well, my AirPod just about fell out. I'm just so excited. And even though I'm tired, I just sit here and think like the faces that I don't know yet, the people I don't know yet, that you don't know yet, that we're going to get to know over the next year. And one of the things that I think is really cool is we talk to our Mastermind alumni now, the people that they're first class. This is similar to a college or a fraternity. I don't know what it's similar to, but it's something like that where it's like these people are now forever marked as Mastermind graduates, and they're part of something that's bigger than just themselves. And we're doing things for Mastermind alumni where we're still getting together and you're still part of something, and we're going to help connect alumni with current students, current members, and that alumni group will continue to grow. And so it's just this like society of people that is just invested into their business on a next level. And like, I just think about, oh my goodness, like in 3 or 4 years, there'll be 3 or 4 graduating Mastermind classes that are all like getting together and knowing each other. And it's just like, this is the kind of people you want to be around, if it's the kind of people you want to be around. And these are the people that want to take their business to the next level. Maybe they do feel like they've plateaued a little bit, or they don't know where to go next, or they want community, or they want that killer in-person retreat, or Nick, they might want to chat and get to learn from some of the best people in the industry.
They might want to do that. And a big thing that we're doing on today's podcast episode is we are sharing with you the speakers, our guest speakers for Mastermind 2020. And we are going to share those names with you right after this break.
Nick and I have to tell you about one of our favorite places to upload our wedding films, and that is Love Stories TV. Love Stories TV is one of the best free resources for us wedding filmmakers. The best part is they are bringing the couples to us. All we have to do is upload our films and we are good to go. Upload unlimited wedding films to your completely free business page. Setup is easy and your films can be live in just minutes. Now is the perfect time to start uploading to Love Stories TV. So head on over to howtofilmweddings.com/lovestoriestv to check out all of the details and see how Love Stories TV is giving away $10,000 in cash to wedding filmmakers just like you. That's howtofilmweddings.com/lovestoriestv to start uploading and connecting with the right couples today.
Hi, it's Michael from Wedditor. We want to thank everyone for the incredible support we've received since sponsoring How to Film Weddings. Yes, we've had some growing pains, but we've had far more wins. And we're doing something that's never been done. We're a remote team of over 50 editors in 10 countries. I often joke that we're as much a logistics company as we are a creative company. Right now, demand is off the charts. And we don't just say yes to everyone and scramble to figure it out. That's why we're asking you to help us help more of you. In short, we're looking for more talented wet editors, part-time or full-time, work from where you want, when you want, as long as you hit deadlines and deliver quality. It's a chance to get paid while growing as an editor. Our project managers work with you, explaining why something feels right or doesn't, because there's always a reason. If you're interested, we'd love to hear from you. Go to weteditor.com/editor and fill out our form.
All right, we are back from break, and the big thing that we are doing today on this episode of the podcast is sharing with you our list of guest speakers for Mastermind 2022. Now, if you're kind of unsure how Mastermind works, let me break it down for you really, really quick. So we have weekly Zoom meetings throughout the year. And most of those trainings are going to be done by myself and by John. We get together and we, talk about business. We talk about films. We talk about shooting, editing. We talk about kind of life, just kind of doing check-ins, that sort of stuff. Okay, so we're meeting 2 or 3 times a month with us. And then 1 time a month, we bring a special guest speaker that will have a presentation that will help you elevate your business, okay? And this is an incredible lineup of people that we have for this year, and we are so excited to officially put it out in the world and announce who our Mastermind guest speakers will be for this year. So, John, I'm going to give you the honors to start. You see the list on the screen in front of you. Start where you want to start.
I will. Sorry, my voice is also still gone from lots of screaming and yelling.
It was the bowling night. Guys, we went bowling. And if you ever go bowling with 75 adults, it gets wild.
To me, it was playing LCR, whatever, with Kaylin at the house.
That
was
too.
great.
Guys,
my voice was gone. Okay. More on that later. But okay, so here we are, announcement time. We have our 12 guest speakers. And last year's class loved getting access to some of the best in the industry for an actual live Zoom call with them. You can ask questions. They can see your face on screen. You can interact with some of your favorites. So we have relationships with the best in the industry, and we want to bring them to you. So once a month, guest speaker. The very first on the list, Nick, one of my favorite filmmakers in the world, Catherine Meich from Blink Films, is going to be joining us this year. If you do not know Blink Films, where the heck have you been? Catherine is destroying it. Her film earlier this year went viral talking about the Blink Films. Nick, I don't even know what I need to say about her.
I don't even know if you do need to say anything else about
Blink
that.
Films, the very first one. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. Although I could sit here and talk for 30 minutes about each one of these. So excited about this next lineup. J and Mac Films. Nick, they are going to be a guest speaker. I was so excited when I talked to Jeffrey or Jay, and he said that he and Mac would love to be on. J and Mac Films just blowing people away with their films, their edits, their style, their vibe. They are incredible, and that is the second guest speaker on the list. I'll let you if you want to say anything about J and Mac, you can, or if you want to go to the next one.
I love their style, who they are. They're so fun. They're so out there. But it's really cool. Like me, I was actually at the first venture with J and Mac, and it's really interesting over the last kind of 4 or so years to both see both of our adventures, kind of where we have gone and how they have just totally blown up and become a name, a staple, as people to emulate in the wedding video world. And I'm so excited to have them on the podcast. Our next speaker is someone who John and I just love. He is a person that is so fun. He is so down to earth. He really, he's one of those ones that can be like laughing and joking and whatever. And then in a flip of the hat, he's like, so tell me about your life. And then you want to open up and tell him everything about your life, And so that is Eric Floberg. He is someone that he is a very talented photographer. He's a very talented filmmaker. He's got his hands kind of all over the place doing all sorts of things. And so we are going to learn from him, Mr. Eric Floberg. Want me to keep going, or do you want to add? Oh, okay.
No, he's the man. Yeah.
He is the man. He's incredible. Our next one that we have on the list someone that John and I have talked to a lot, someone that John has spent a lot of time mentoring and just kind of getting to know and helping him along the path. And that is Stanton Giles of Films by Stanton. Incredible work. He's traveling all over the world. He has his own destination Facebook group where he's really helping people learn how to become destination filmmakers and stuff. So Films by Stanton, really excited to have him on. John?
Yeah, I'm super pumped about Eric Floberg as well as Films by Stanton. Next up, we had this guy on our podcast last year, and it was one of our most downloaded episodes. He's killing it with his branding and his films and his style and just being him. And that's Chris with Good Co Studios. He is one of our speakers. I'm super excited to hear from him, just talking through all the things he's been doing and helping us learn from him. I've seen some of his films recently. I'm just blown away about what he's doing, how he's creating. So Chris with Good Co Studios. And then next, coming back again this year, we're really excited about this crew. They were actually just at our Mastermind retreat, and if you've met these two beautiful, beautiful souls, you'll want to be their best friends. She made me cry this week. She got me all emotional and had me cry in front of everybody. But they're like killing it with their brand, their audio, and I'm talking about KEJ Productions, Caleb and Elaine Jimenez. They're awesome. They're killing it. We had dinner with them. We spent extra time with them. They helped us lead styled shoots. Every time I hear Elaine talk, every time I hear Caleb talk, they're just so freaking real. They're so real. They don't mess around, and everybody there just learns so much from them. We had them guest speak as talking about, scarcity and building scarcity around your brand last year. And they're coming back with a new presentation and just going even deeper. So KEJ Productions, that is the first 6 speakers. Nick, who else we got?
Yes. So just to recap, okay.
Yep.
Blink, Jay and Mac, Eric Floberg, Films by Stanton, Good Co Studios, and KEJ. Those are the first 6 of our speakers. And if you guys are sitting there thinking, man, this list is great, it's probably just going to go down from here, you're wrong. You are absolutely wrong. One of, someone that John and I have really gotten to know over the last few years, and someone that we just genuinely love spending time with, who is so fun. And, if you ever need a hype man, if you ever need someone to take your party from a 9 to a 12, you need Kaylin Rome at your party. That's right. White and Reverie. Kaylin from White and Reverie is another speaker at Mastermind this year. He is so talented in so many things, but specifically when it comes to color and that sort of stuff. So he is going to be speaking during one of our events. Another one we have, and this is another returning person, is The Beard. Is that all I need to say?
That's all you need to say.
That's all I need to say. Matt Johnson has agreed to come back and talk with us, and he is so fun. He is so funny, but he's so good at what he does, and so many of us have learned from him.
Yeah. Hype Man and Kaylin Rome killing it with color, with shooting, with branding. Like White and Reverie is the top when it comes to all of that. Like so many people want their brand to be just like White and Reverie. So having Kaylin break down, I'm super pumped. Matt Johnson, The Beard, talking all things growing your YouTube, talking all things growing your brand. And then coming back again, Nick, which I'm really excited. We brought a few of these people back because we know that it was really hard, honestly, because it was how do you only narrow this down to 12? And we'll probably bring more people than these 12 even. But when we polled people on what is your favorite, guest speaker that came last year, this man's name kept popping up because I think he just got to a heart level really fast and helped everyone really get to the why behind why they're doing wedding films. And that is David Reynosa with Forestry Films. He is a legend in our industry. He has several courses. He's just an educator and really good at it. He was put on this earth to help people, and that's exactly what he's going to do in this year's Mastermind, opening in 2 days. Oh, it's crazy. Okay. Now, Nick, a new couple that's coming, some Canadian friends of ours, just the coolest people ever. We got to meet them and hang out with them last week, and that would be Aaron and McLean Carlson from Hello Tomorrow Films. They're based out of Vancouver. If you don't know them, you need to. I don't think you don't. But they are so good when it comes to telling their story and bringing people to them that are attracted to them. Their films are ridiculous. Everything about what they're doing and putting out is so unique to them. And after getting to know them, it just makes sense. Like, they're just salt of the earth people. They're going to bring an incredible presentation. Hello Tomorrow Films. Nick, I will let you at least take one of the last two.
Oh,
okay. You can do both the last two if you want, but
okay.
I mean,
okay. So, so we've mentioned a bunch of names. I know some of you are like so excited. You know, Blink, J Mac, Floberg, Stanton, Goodco, KEJ, White and Reverie, Matt Johnson, Forestry Films, Hello Tomorrow. But we wanted to continue to up the ante. Like, we wanted to continue to raise the bar. And we are so excited. We're having, what is this now, 2 international filmmakers that are teams that are going to come on. And I am so excited that Andrew and Grace from Bottle Brush Films have agreed to be speakers at Mastermind. If you have seen their work, you know it is incredible. But the thing that they are so good at is how they have branded themselves, how they have marketed themselves, and how they are leaning into who they are and what they are. And we are so excited to have Bottle Brush Films be a part of Mastermind 2022.
I was very excited whenever they sent the response that they would be in. And they weren't like, we'll be in. They were like, heck yes, we'll be in. And so if you know anything about Bottle Brush Films, they are just so unique to them. They are so on point with their branding. They're so on point with so many things. They don't do a ton of these kinds of workshops or like educational things. And so I twisted their arm for a minute, but then they said, heck yes, we're in. And so I'm so pumped that they decided to be a part. And so we have 11 of our 12. And then the 12th one, Nick, are you okay? Because they're my wedding video crush.
I mean, it is your crush. It is your crush. And for some of you, that is an instant giveaway.
Yes, it might be. We get asked from time to time if like someone could film your wedding today, who would it be? And I always answer this answer. The last one on our list, this person just goes above and beyond on nostalgia, on just the feels, on incorporating home footage or the couple's story, and just is so raw and unique with the way that he presents his films. It's not all about the gear. It's not all about the lights. It's about the people and their stories, and not just the one wedding day, but the decades that led up to this moment, and just pulling out all of the feels when it comes to this. And not only that, this person, I've had the chance to meet him a few times, just so authentically, genuinely kind, a kind soul. Just I want to be as cool as this person. I don't know if I am, but I'm talking about Josh Helton with A Little Long Distance. They are the 12th speaker, my video crush. I am so pumped that he is taking the time to come on and present. Just getting, like, one thing we noticed with Mastermind this last year is we really got to heart issues. We really got to why we're doing this. And like the more that we can help inspire people and get them to open up their hearts and say, why am I doing this? Who am I serving? How am I going to serve them? That's why we're having Josh on. And these people that we have on are very strategic to help you be inspired, to also give you tactical, practical advice, and to leave you, we even put them in the calendar in a way that helps you at the beginning of the year with specific speakers helping you figure out some of the things, and all the way through the end of the year. So it's all very organized so that we can help you grow the most. But if you can't grow with Blink Films, Jay and Mac, Eric Floberg, Films by Stanton, Goodco Studios, KEJ, White and Reverie, Matt Johnson, Forestry Films, Hello Tomorrow, Bottle Brush Films, and A Little Long Distance, plus weekly trainings, plus a killer retreat, plus this community, I don't know what I can do for you. So, yeah. Nick, anything you want to add about either or any of these speakers? Josh, I know I've been talking for a little bit.
No, I'm just so excited for all of this. John has been working tirelessly behind the scenes for the last month or so, trying to secure these people and get them to commit and be involved. And we are just so excited to do that. We've been talking a lot about Mastermind, and so I think I'm going to start wrapping things up a little bit. But before I do that, some of you might be sitting there and be like, well, who is this for? Like who should apply? Who should do it? And we want to let you know that we had a couple people in Mastermind this year that was literally their first year of business. Like literally they we're still learning very, very basic things when it comes to camera settings and editing and some of that kind of stuff. Okay. So we had very, very fresh people, but we also had a few businesses that have been around for 8, 9, 10 years as students of Mastermind. And so we had a wide range of people. The thing that we are looking for is people that are committed, people that want to grow their business, people that want to elevate what they are doing. Okay. And so if you are on the fence at all, and whether you think, oh, I'm not really there yet. Okay. Apply and see what that application process goes like, and answer those questions. And then we will, if we need to follow up or if we need to talk to you more, but be honest with those things. Also, as it comes to the application process, fill out the answers. Guys, like they're there for a reason, fill all that stuff. And then, or if you are, really, you've been in it for a while, fill out the application and just kind of see where it goes. That's the thing that we want you to do. If you're unsure, but you're leaning towards yes, just fill out the application, and then we can continue to, talk to you more if we need that. But we can't do that if you don't fill out that application. John?
One other thing that I don't feel like you left out, but I feel like it's something that's very important on who is this for, is somebody that really wants to be a part of something bigger than themselves in a community of like-minded wedding filmmakers. And so if you're like, man, I kind of feel alone in this. I don't know who to bounce ideas off of. I don't want to put my questions in a group of 15,000 or 20,000 people. I really want to get to know other people on a heart level so that I can refer them, or they could refer me, or we could, I could let them watch my films and not feel like I would get crucified, or like that community aspect, I think is something that if you're really looking for that, maybe you're not even looking for that, but that's something that you will get out of this. And then like you were saying, Nick, last year, a lot of, we had a lot of applications come in, a lot. And, some of the people just didn't take the time to really fill out those answers and to really think them through. And we didn't let those people in, because our side of it is we're really trying to go through that list of people that apply and say they are ready for this. We told a few people, you might not be ready yet. You might not be ready yet, but maybe next year. And we don't want to come across like we're it and we are turning people down and we're Simon Cowell or something and saying, you're not good enough. That's not what it's about. It's about like making sure that this information isn't going to drown you this year. And that is kind of where it's at. And so we will take a limited number. We will cut it off. We're only going to have applications open for a few days. So if you're not on the wait list, get on it. howtofilmweddings.com/mastermind. We're going to let you apply a day before we go live to the world. So if you're listening to this, go over there right now and apply. And we're going to start letting people in that day based on applications. Nick and I are planning to be up and reading through applications. We might give you a call. We might do a FaceTime, depending, or a Zoom call, just to like really hear from you on what you're wanting out of this and things like that. The pricing for it, once we have those numbers almost finalized, we're having some different options that are kind of, 2 or 3 different options for people that want a little bit more, maybe some more master or mentor sessions or film reviews. But our goal was somewhere around booking one wedding pays for it for you. And so if you want the full pricing, apply. We will send you that right over as soon as you're approved. I know that was a question people were asking a lot just as they're planning to make the investment. And then the last thing I would say, Nick, is that we're going to have some of our Mastermind students from last year, the 2021 class, available to answer questions. We're asking in that group, hey, post a review, an honest review in our Facebook group. So you're going to be hearing from others. Ask them their thoughts. We're not here trying to just sell you something. We want to make sure you're the right fit. So if you know somebody that was in Mastermind, or if you don't and you want to talk to somebody, we can get you in connection with them. This is for you. We really want to serve you. So that's the only little things I wanted to add.
Yeah, that is great. So again, join that wait list today. If you're on the wait list as we drop this episode tomorrow, you will get an email where you will get to early bird apply for Mastermind. And then we are going to open up, the application process to the general public on Wednesday of this week. So again, that website is howtofilmweddings.com/mastermind. That's howtofilmweddings.com/mastermind, or mmxhtfw.com. They go to the same place. So anyways, John, this has been great. It has been such an incredible year. I thank you so much for partnering with me and being with me through all of this and leading the charge. And I'm just so excited to continue to grow How to Film Weddings and grow Mastermind and help impact people's lives. So, John, this has been great. I don't have anything else to add. Do you?
No, I just want to say thank you as well, Nick. Thank you to last year's Mastermind class. I'm super pumped about this. And I guess, Nick, until next time, we'll see ya.
See ya.
Are you looking for a better way to deliver your wedding films to your couples? Look no further. Our friends over at WedFlow provide the most flexible video delivery solution on the market. WedFlow is pay per project with no large upfront cost or commitment, and you can cancel anytime. Not only that, WedFlow offers a premium viewing experience for your couples, accessible on mobile, tablet, desktop, as well as their very own suite of TV apps. Each project comes with 10 years hosting and an experience for your clients that will blow them away. Stop delivering your films the old-fashioned way and give your couples something to rave about. Head on over to howtofilmweddings.com/WedFlow to check out WedFlow today.